riders to go, including Butterworth. Terrific end to the race. 105.947 to beat 105.985. He's a C5 athlete. There'll be no factoring involved. He's into the silver medal position, John.
You know, you look at, say, top 10 guys, and I'm the only person that starts seated in the race. You know, I'm always going to be behind by lap 1.5, 2 laps, and I'm just hoping there's enough track left to kind of make up the ground. So, you know, so far it hasn't happened. Didn't quite have enough room.
Have to look out, particularly in lane 5, Richard Whitehead of Great Britain. We've also got USA's Vance Shaquille in contention together with Scott Reardon of Australia. But at the moment it looks like Shaquille Vance in the lead and the Australian Scott Reardon coming up nicely. Just look at them, Australia on the inside. But watch that boy from Great Britain, Richard Whitehead, coming through. Unbelievable, like a steam train coming through. Thrusting for the line now. That is a new world record, 24:38. 55.55, better than the world record existing.
For me, this is it's an important part of my journey, coming into London and winning a medal. It's not the be-all and end-all for me. It's not winning. It's about inspiring a generation, leaving a legacy in the power of sport, and that's what hopefully I've done. This has never been about Richard Whitehead winning. It's about Richard Whitehead doing the best he can from the line. I had such a poor start, but my training pulled me around that bend, and I'm grateful for that.
And they're away cleanly, and Smith absolutely powering down. Look at him, he's got off to a fantastic start. Look at the power of the man. Jason Smith storming away from it. What a brilliant run from the Irishman. 10:46, a new world record.
80,000 people here. This is so close to home for us Irish. You know, the support I got in the stadium was absolutely unbelievable. Just really, you know, enjoy it and make the most of being here. And I suppose, you know, next week it's all going to be gone and dusted, so make sure I just keep relaxed and have fun. You know, obviously watching the Olympics and disappointed I wasn't there. I honestly believed I could have ran the standard this year and should have, and you know, 0.04 of a second away is so close, and I put in a lot of hard work to try and achieve that. So looking forward, I mean, I think the best is still to come from me, so, you know, definitely looking forward. Hopefully Rio I can do what I wasn't able to do this year.
200 metres, T52 final, and they're away. And it's all about power in the opening stages. Fantastic start for the Belgian in lane 7, Marieke Verwoerd. But now we can see the power coming through from lane 4 from Michelle Stilwell. And look at her go in there. And it's the Belgian that's providing the opposition, so it's Michelle Stilwell is well away. The Belgian won't catch her, the American far behind, and as we expected now. Can she beat that record? 33.79. It's a new Paralympic record.
Just to get out there and hear that crowd when you come out of the tunnel, pretty incredible to get that energy right from the start. You know, a little bit nervous at the beginning, just because, you know, it's the first race of the competition, but, you know, I was able to focus and put it all together.
Where to from here? I guess, you know, you've done basketball, you've done track, obviously you've got a few more events here in London, but a wheelchair rugby maybe, you'd qualify for that?
You know, wheelchair rugby's out of the question, definitely, but, you know, there's triathlon, hand cycling, table tennis, you name it. I love sport. Sport's a great thing for everybody.
One more event and then big celebrations?
Hope so.
Yeah. What do you got planned?
Nothing planned until after the race, honey.
So it's Oscar Pistorius in lane 8, brilliantly away, absolutely flying. Jim Bombizzle in lane 4 going well as well with the red suit with the glasses, but Pistorius, as the bend unfurls, is in the lead. It's Pistorius all the way. Jim Bombizzle is also going to qualify, but Pistorius absolutely flying. Is he going to get the world record? He could, you know. Look at that, 21.3. He's not only got the world record, he's taken over a second off it. He took 1.32 seconds, something like that, off the world record. Look at that. And a cheeky grin to the camera.
Jeez, cheeky. I didn't think he'd be going for a world record in the heat, but why not?
I've got a lot of family coming out, and I know more or less where they're sitting, so if I get a chance before my race and I can see them, you know, I'll give them a wave. That's always important. And it's amazing how much you can hear down on the track. You know, if somebody shouts out, you can hear their voice quite clearly, and sometimes they say something and it just makes you remember, you know, that this is what we live for as athletes. You live to run in front of a crowd that big.
And off they go, and it's a great start for Arnaud Ferry. Arnaud Ferry in the lead at the moment as well, but Oscar Pistorius has already gone past Blake Leaper. It's the two South Africans in the lead, and here goes Pistorius. Look at him go. Oscar Pistorius absolutely storming away. Oscar Pistorius, he's been caught, is he? Oscar Pistorius just tying up. Oh my goodness, he's been caught by Oliveira of Brazil. Well, that's absolutely extraordinary. Alan Fonteles Cardoso Oliveira, he just came from absolutely nowhere. It looked like a straight run between the two South Africans. Oscar Pistorius has lost it. Oliveira with a new regional record, 21.45. Pistorius 0.07 behind in 21.52. He graciously goes over. And again, it's the young people coming through, isn't it? It's just 20 years old, Oliveira. And that is a big shot. We've waited all night to see the greatest Paralympian.
I've gone under the world record in the last week in training, so I knew I had the numbers. It was just trying to prove the point to everyone that just because I'm small, I can put it up against these other guys that are most probably double my size. So it certainly pays off for the hard work. And I guess one of the main things is, at least now when I go home and see my fiance and my two girls and my new baby boy Lewis, I've got a good excuse for missing the birth. So that's certainly, I've been on top of the moon, like the world, just all week since my son was born. So this just tops it off.
On one side I represent Austria, so Johann Strauss is Austrian music on one side. On the other side, Radetzky, I learned to walk after my completely paralyzing thing, to go step by step, so you don't go too slow. So they play music and they play for me Radetzky March. And so it was for me a part of my recovering to come back in a normal life and that was the salute to all these trainers. They did this so I can come out of a bed, come out of the wheelchair, and it's only the trainers, they do it, and the horses, they did it for me.
The London Paralympic Games has literally changed the whole nation's perception of disabled people, and hopefully changed people's perceptions of disabled people around the world also. I really hope that Rio carry on with this promotion of the Paralympics, and that people can be educated that everybody's got a worth in society, whether they're disabled, able-bodied, their gender, their sexuality, anything. Just accept people for what they are, and given the opportunity, people can do amazing things.
Last lap, we hear the bell.
And it's still anybody's race. Josh Cassidy of Canada and David Weir of Great Britain. It's Weir in pole position now. David Weir in pole position, just pulling away from the pack.
And having that energy of that crowd, I don't think he'll be going anywhere.
So it's David Weir, Waharam from Thailand tucked in behind him, and then it's Josh Cassidy from Canada, and Marcel Hoog, you can't rule him out, he's in 4th spot at the moment, but David Weir of Great Britain in the lead, and the home crowd rising to their man. It's got Waharam of Thailand behind him, but David Weir still going. Josh Cassidy of Canada, but David Weir's going to get it. Can he hold on? He can. David Weir of Great Britain wins it, and the home crowd love that.
It's the best feeling in the world. Obviously, you dream of days like this to represent your country and on your home turf. I'm a Londoner, and you dream of it. And when we got the announcement, I just dreamt of winning on this track. Just electric. Every day, if you look at the heats in the morning, it's capacity crowds, and it's just, I'm just proud to have this crowd. I'm proud to be British, and just, you can just see how passionate they are with Paralympic sport. They've all paid for tickets and put their hard money and paid for the. It's just amazing. I'm lost for words, to tell you the truth. They're just looking at us as athletes. There's no disability involved.
silver and bronze here before in the car racing. How does it feel to now win gold?
Kind of funny, because motorsport should be my speciality, not so much hand cycling, but I'm very, very happy that I managed to win a medal. It's just immense. It's immense.
Where would you rank this in amongst your top moments for your sporting career?
Oh, there are many top moments, all next to each other in one single line, and I'm just somebody very lucky that had the opportunity to take advantage of all the opportunities that life gave me. But I'm well aware that I've been given more opportunity than I did deserve, because there are a lot of people who would probably do the same if they were given one of the opportunities that I had.
And this time they are away, and Peacock goes away strongly. It's Johnny Peacock in the lead, and he's got competition on the inside from Brown of the USA, and Arnaud Farid coming in for the bronze. It's going to be Peacock getting the gold, silver for Brown of the United States, and Arnaud Farid of South Africa gets the bronze medal. It's a home win for Johnny Peacock. That's a great result for him. 10.90.
10.90, fabulous result for Johnny Peacock. I think Oscar is in fourth position. We'll just wait to see the results. Beautiful start from Johnny Peacock. We'll see the replay in a second. He was fastest out of the blocks. Wonderful congratulatory hug there from Oscar.
Oh man, you want to get a gold. You know, you never go out there in a final to get anything but a gold. I was very realistic about this week, and I said, you know, if I can finish in the top 3, I'll be really happy. I didn't finish in the top 3, and I think there's a slight bit of disappointment in my heart, but I've seen the sport grow, and I think I can appreciate that immediately. You know, I've seen an amazing performance tonight. I ran one of my season's bests. The 100 is just not my event, but to watch Johnny Peacock run the time he did, unbelievable. To watch my roommate Arnaud Farid beat me on the line for a 3rd place makes me happy. He's been such a sense of support for me over the last 6 years, and the sport is growing. And you know, I ran a world record in the 200, hoping to run a world record in the 400 on Sunday, and this Paralympics has been great for me so far. I think the people that were out here tonight witnessed the beginning of a remarkable career of Johnny's. He's a professional athlete. He really does his best. He really conducts himself. I don't know how he dealt with the pressure that he's been under. To stand up and do what he did was remarkable. I've got a lot of respect for him, and he's got many, many years ahead of him. And if he carries on the way that he does with the guidance that he's got, man, I'm sure many people, including myself, will be inspired by him.
Adrenaline junkie, because I could tell you actually look for this contact and one-to-one play.
Yeah, definitely. It's part of my game. I want the adrenaline. If I don't have adrenaline, I don't play well. And it's taken me actually 10 years to learn how to use adrenaline for safe passes and all that. You know, it's hard using your adrenaline when you're passing and all that, because sometimes you just launch it or stuff something up. So I finally learned how to use adrenaline. Team's playing fantastic, and we're just having the best time at the moment.
Well, many of the people that are here, it's their first time watching this game. And how do you feel when you hear them cheering?
To be honest, I don't. No offense to the fans, but I don't hear them. That's just the zone I get in. It's just tunnel vision. You know, don't listen to anything except for what's on court. And it's absolutely amazing how much I don't hear them until we jump off the court. But in the back of my head, I guess I do hear them, and that's what's driving my adrenaline and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, GB's done a fantastic job getting the crowds in and all that kind of stuff. So they appreciate it.
two fencers met in the preliminary stage with Pluto winning 5-3.
Czuję się zwycięzcą, czuję się rewelacyjnie.
I feel like a winner. That's what I've been training all along, and I've been sweating and working just to experience all this. I feel sensational. I don't feel tired at all. My muscles don't hurt. I just feel pure euphoria.
No i tam wszystko było zrobione, że tak powiem, bardzo wyniośle.
What's really unique about London is that wherever you go, you just encounter people who smile, you just see smiley faces, and so everyone, all the people have been absolutely fantastic.
Fajnie, naprawdę atmosfera jest rewelacyjna.
It's the end of a very long week, unfortunately, and everything's starting to hurt a little bit more than it did in the beginning, but really happy with that race, really well put together. My starts have been great all week, my underwater work's been great all week, and that's really my strength and what I rely on, so really happy with how I put that one together.
How does it feel going back to Australia, not being only a gold medalist, but being the most decorated Paralympian and Olympian athlete for Australia?
It's amazing. I don't think that's set in by any means at the moment, but we'll see what happens later on when I get back and this is all finished to let that sink in, but at the moment I'm just enjoying this week and enjoying racing.